What's up? My name is James. I play bass and scream in Here Lies the Hero. And this is my rig. Pretty much what I got going on here is, let's just start from top to bottom. And my rack casing, nothing too much, nothing too special. I have my Furman power conditioner just to be safe, kind of the condom of your rig, if you would, as far as power goes. And below that, I have my two Sennheiser wireless receivers, because I use Sennheiser wireless systems. And then below that, I just kind of have an obsolete rack tuner. The reason I have it here is because I use it just in case I run into one of the guys and my bass goes out of tune and I don't want to just sit there and keep hitting my strings and tuning my ear or whatnot. I just quickly look behind me and I can tune it real fast. This is just a rack filler right there below. Also allows for a little bit of ventilation from underneath. Below this is one of my favorite heads, bass heads of all time. It is an Ampeg SVT Classic. It is an all tube head, 300 watts. And going into the tube head right here, I have an Intex instrument cable as well that puts signal from my wireless unit into my head through the cabinet. So then below my SVT Classic is the Classic Series Ampeg 810. And this is just, you can probably see like the artwork here, that's kind of like a little screen that I just had made to kind of spruce it up to make it interesting, put my own taste on it. Moving down to the pedal board. My pedal board, all I have is my SamsAmp bass DI, which I kind of use as a bass amp as well. It's kind of one of the key components of my tone, aside from the preamp tubes and the dropper tubes that I actually use in my head. I also have right next to it, not in any particular order of the signal line, is my Big Shot pedal that I have, and that allows me just to switch between signals on my two wireless receivers up top. You can also mute it right there as well. That's the selector switch. I only am just using one channel out of it at the moment here at the practice studio. Next to it is just a Fender volume pedal that I use kind of to fade in and out depending on what section of which song I might be in. Next to it is a Boss Chromatic tuner, a TU2. I've had this thing for like 11 years and it seriously has never failed me. So it's been my favorite tuner ever since, and I've never had any problems with it. And next to that is just my Killy compressor, which I use here just in a line of pedals because it kind of compresses the dynamics of my bass, because I use active pickups and it just keeps kind of like an even like dynamic range as I play it, because I also use a pick and fingers while I play. And then next to that, I actually have a decimator noise gate, which would get rid of some of the 60 cycle hum and noise that you kind of might hear from the electronics or from the active pickups on my bass. Back here, just besides a whole mess of cables, again I have another Intex cable that is going into the back of my wireless receiver that I'm currently using. You can see how my rack tuner and my head and all that nonsense is plugged into the back of my power conditioner. I'm using an actual Mercury Magnetics power cable. It's a super duty cable. It's super durable, and just kind of allows a little bit more of a free flow of electricity as well, which just adds more power or efficient power to my head. Other just power sources like for my wireless receivers on my pedal board. Then down below, you'll just see that I'm also using like right here an Intex cable as well, just because of their super durability. It's a 15 gauge cable. But the good thing about these Intex cables is just the like sheeting or coating or what have you that is like around the core of the cable itself is just super like heat resistant and durable. So it allows, the heat and the flow and power of electricity to actually, or signal rather, to flow freely and uncorrupted between like the head and the cabinet. It does its job, like there's no noise, it's super clean, and just again it gets the signal from point A to B, which is a cable's job. And yeah, that's about it back here. This bass right here is it was my first bass I ever got after being endorsed, or after my endorsement started with Ernie Music Man, it's just a 4-string standard Stingray. Only difference is that I actually have like a custom like walnut, like wooden pickguard made for it to kind of match just like the whole wooden tone of the bass. And then aside from that, I actually had, just to kind of make it my own little thing, I had my bass relics. So I actually didn't do all this myself. I just wanted like a kind of more worn look and feel to it. So it was professionally relics and worn along the side, just to kind of mimic the way that I played after the guy that did it. He kind of watched me play it in habits. You got my little cigarette burn here, and then like even the components were kind of chemically corroded as well, just to give it the more vintage look. And you can see just like kind of like the old felt rash and stuff behind there as well. So that's that guy. I don't use him so much anymore, just because a lot of the music we've been writing kind of calls for more of in the style that I started playing, like with arpeggiated chords and tapping and whatnot. I wanted to have an extra, like a higher string, a first string, to be able to use like within my voicings. So I got this guy, which again, nothing too terribly special, but it is a Stingray 5. And I just had it done with the Indian ivory finish, with the matching headstock, which I absolutely love the idea of matching headstocks. And I had it furnished with all gold hardware as well. Same with the post, the magnetic post, and the pickups. And I also wanted just an HH pickup configuration with a 5-way selector switch, just so I have options, kind of like single coil kind of options, still active, of course. And or I can just have it like in the middle position to where I kind of get the full range, so I can kind of have a free range to pick wherever that I want. And then yeah, same kind of like 3-band EQ and master volume as far as the pickups go on that as well. So that's that guy. Anyway, that is my rig. Thank you guys. So anyway, that is my rig. And
It's very convincing.
Notice the womanly features. Those are feminine lips.
This is a picture
on
of
the
me.
face. Feminine face lips.
Feminine face lips. Feminine face lips.